Very good morning, students. Welcome back to my channel. This series is for VVM preparation and the topic is Indian contribution to science. Today we are going to discuss chapter number 7 and 8. That is brief description of these chapters. Chapter number 7 is metallurgy in India and chapter number 8 is Indian traditional knowledge on environmental conservation. So let's start. Before starting, if you haven't subscribed my channel, then please subscribe for more videos and more updates. Also, don't forget to like and share. So let's start. Chapter number 7, Metallurgy in India. Technology is today defined as applied science. Neolithic revolution of some 10,000 years ago saw the development in agriculture in parts of Indus and Ganges valleys, which in turn triggered the need for ports, water management, metal tools, transport, etc. Metallurgy मतलब extraction of metals from its ore. जो नियोलिथिक रिवॉल्यूशन है था उस टाइम पे मतलब हमने देखा कि कुछ एग्रीकल्चरल पार्ट्स में इंडस और गैंगीज वैलीज में उस टाइम पे जो एग्रीकल्चर था उससे लोगों के अंदर कुछ ज़्यादा चीज़ों का यूज़ करने का थोड़ा ये लगा लो आप विश हुई, जैसे कि पोर्ट्स हैं या फिर जो वाटर मैनेजमेंट है, मेटल टूल्स हैं या ट्रांसपोर्ट है. मेटलर्जी में बी डिफाइंड एज एक्सट्रैक्शन, प्योरिफिकेशन, alloying and application of metals. Today, some 86 metals are known, but most of them were discovered in last 2 centuries. Metallurgy before and during the Harappa civilization. The first evidence of metal in Indian subcontinent comes from Merghar in Baluchistan, where a small copper bead was dated to about 6000 BCE, that is before Common Era. जो पहली हमारा मेटल एविडेंस मिला था कि हाँ हमने उस टाइम पे मेटल एक्सट्रैक्ट कर लिया था, दैट इज़ इन मेहरगढ़ इन बलूचिस्तान. एक छोटी सी कॉपर की बीड मिली थी विच इज़ अबाउट 6000 years ago. Archaeological evacuations have showed that Harappa metal smiths obtained copper ores either directly or through local communities from Aravalli Hills and Baluchistan. They soon discovered that adding tin to copper produced bronze. So bronze क्या है? Bronze is an alloy. That is when tin को जब कॉपर के साथ मिला दिया जाता है then bronze is formed. A metal harder than copper yet easier to cast and also more resistant to corrosion. Shaping copper or bronze involved techniques of fabrication such as forging, sinking, raising, cold work, annealing, riveting, lapping and joining. कुछ ये प्रोसेस से हम लोग क्या करते थे उस टाइम पे कॉपर और ब्रोंज को शेप किया जाता था. The Harappa craftsmen also invented the true saw with teeth and the adjoining part of the blade set alternatively from side to side, a type of saw unknown elsewhere until Roman times. Harappan also used gold and silver to produce a wide variety of ornaments such as pendants, bangles, beads, ring or necklace parts, which were usually found hidden away in hoards such as ceramic or bronze pots. So आज के दिन आपको पता है जब हमारी खुदाई होती है तो उस टाइम पे कई बार हमें कुछ पोट्स मिल जाते हैं, यूटेंसिल्स मिलते हैं पुराने, या फिर कुछ पोट्स मिलते हैं जिनके अंदर या तो कॉइन्स होते हैं या फिर ऑर्नामेंट्स मिलते हैं. While gold was probably panned from the Indus waters, silver was perhaps extracted from galena. Galena is the ore of silver or native lead sulfide. नटराज जो स्टैचू है जो कि चोला पीरियड में बनाया गया था इज अ ब्रोंज स्टैचू. इट इज़ क्वाइट ब्यूटीफुल एंड फेमस स्टैचू ऑफ दैट टाइम. नेक्स्ट इज आयरन मेटलर्जी. वाइल द इंडस सिविलाइजेशन belong to the Bronze Age, so Indus civilization थी that belong to the Bronze Age, its successors the Ganges civilization which emerged in the first millennium BCE, that is belong to the Iron Age. जो Ganges civilization थी that belong to the Iron Age. After that woods steel एक स्टील का टाइप है. Iron was a major innovator in the field, producing two highly advanced type of iron. एक तो हमारा वुड्स आयरन था उस टाइम पे, एक हमारा रोट आयरन था. The first Woods steel produced in South India from about 3000 BCE was iron carburized under control condition. आपको पता है जो स्टील है that is the combination of iron along with some other metals and non metals. तो स्टील भी एक तरह से एक आयरन ही है. Woods steel is primarily containing iron, a high proportion of carbon, जिसके अंदर कार्बन का कंटेंट ज़्यादा हो. Thus the term woods, a English rendering of uku or Kannada word for steel, applies to high carbon alloy produced by crucial processes. The Delhi iron pillar, जो दिल्ली में जो आयरन पिलर है, that is 1600 year old. Its height is 7.67 meter, consists of about 6 ton of wrought iron. जो आयरन पिलर है that is made up from wrought iron. It was initially erected by Chandra as a standard of Vishnu at Vishnupadagiri, according to a 6-line Sanskrit inscription on its surface. Vishnu Padagiri has been identified with modern Udayagiri near Sachin, Madhya Pradesh, and Chandra with the Gupta emperor, that is Chandragupta II Vikramaditya. Numerous experts, both Indian and Western, tried to grasp the secret of pillars manufacture. जो पिलर है that is approximately 1600 years ago, but still it is rust free. उसके ऊपर कोरोजन नहीं लगता. सो जो हमारे इंडियन के जो साइंटिस्ट हैं दे आर ट्राइंग टू फाइंड कि ऐसी क्या प्रॉपर्टी है उसके अंदर जो वो कोरोड नहीं होता. सो ओनली रिसेंटली हैव इट्स रस्ट रेजिस्टेंट प्रॉपर्टी हैज़ बीन फुल्ली एक्सप्लेन्ड बाय R. Balasubramaniam. They are chiefly due to the presence of phosphorus in the iron. This element, together with iron and oxygen from the air, contributes to the formation of thin protective passive coating on the surface, which gets reconstituted if damaged by scratching. So जो rust free जो property है that is because of presence of traces of phosphorus. Other iron pillars and beams, there are few more such pillars in India. For instance, at Dhar, that is Madhya Pradesh, Kodchadri Hills, that is coastal Karnataka. Besides, the same technology was used to manufacture huge iron beams used in some temples of Odisha, such as Jagannath of Puri, 12th century में बनाया गया था. The iron beams of Konark, famous sun temple, are of even larger dimensions. The chemical analysis of one of the beams confirmed that it was wrought iron of phosphoric nature. That is जिसके अंदर 99.64% आयरन प्रेजेंट है, 0.15% phosphorus, traces of carbon, traces of S and no मैग्नीज, इसके अंदर कोई मैग्नीज नहीं है, दैट इज सल्फर, ट्रेसेस ऑफ सल्फर. जिंक, जिंक क्या है? सिल्वरी वाइट मेटल है. इट प्रीशियस इन कॉम्बिनेशन विद कॉपर रिजल्टिंग इन ब्रास. जब जिंक को कॉपर के साथ मिला दिया गया देन ब्रास इज मैन्युफैक्चर्ड ऑफ सुपीरियर क्वालिटी. There is archaeological evidence of zinc production at Rajasthan's mines at Jawar from the 6th to 5th century BCE. India was in any case the first country to master zinc distillation, and it is estimated that between 50,000 and 1 lakh tons of zinc was smelted at Jawar from the 13th to 18th century. So जो इंडिया थी वो हमारी पहली कंट्री थी जिसने सबसे पहले जिंक को एक्सट्रैक्ट किया था. तो अप्रॉक्सीमेटली 50 से लेके 1 लाख टन तक का जो जिंक था वो निकाला गया था जवार से अप्रॉक्सीमेटली इन ईयर 13 to 18 कॉमन एरा में. इंडियन iron and steel industry was intensive till the 18th century and declined only when the British started selling their own products in India. जो ब्रिटिशर्स थे जब उन्होंने अपने प्रोडक्ट्स को सेल करना शुरू कर दिया, उस टाइम पे जो हमारी आयरन और जो स्टील इंडस्ट्रीज थी, दे फेस अ लॉट ऑफ डिक्लाइन. चैप्टर नंबर 8 इंडियन ट्रेडिशनल नॉलेज ऑन एनवायरमेंटल कंजर्वेशन. द 4 वेदास, कौन से वेदास हैं? दे आर ऋग वेदा, समावेदा, यजुर्वेदा एंड अथर्वा वेदा. आर फुल हाइम्स डेडिकेटेड टू द सुपरमेसी ऑफ वेरियस नेचुरल एंटिटीज. इनके अंदर बहुत सारी प्रेयर्स हैं. हाइम्स मीन्स प्रेयर, अ सॉन्ग, ए टाइप ऑफ सॉन्ग विच इज sung to some god or goddess. The Rigvedic hymns refer to many god and goddesses identified with sun, moon, thunder, lightning, snow, rain, water, rivers, trees. They have been glorified and worshipped as givers of health, wealth, and prosperity. The rain god, who is the rain god? That is Indra, has the largest number of hymns attached to him. Today, it has been proved that solar energy is the ultimate source of energy that regulates energy flow through the food chain. जो गायत्री मंत्र है of Rigveda, which is chanted on very auspicious occasions, is full praise of sun. The Atharva Veda highlights the importance of nature and has a beautiful hymn in praise of earth. Guru Granth Sahib states, air is Guru, water is father, and earth is the great mother of all. Next is flora and fauna, about plants and animals. Trees have been given huge importance in the ancient Indian tradition. In Indian text, we came across references to trees like Kalpraksha, Parvaraksha, and Prijata with mythical powers. Padma, that is lotus, and trees like Vataraksha, that is banyan, or flame of forest, Palsa in Hindi, Butia frondosa, were given special attention. That is, कौन सा था? लोटस था हमारा और banyan tree था. The worship of people tree, also known as Bodhi tree, Ashwatha in Sanskrit, and Ficus religiosa, become a folk ritual, and the people was called the king of trees in Brahma Purana. जो पीपल ट्री है, आपको पता है, दिस ट्री इज वर्शिप टिल नाउ, आज के दिन भी इसको वर्शिप किया जाता है. बट द साइंटिफिक रीजन बिहाइंड इट्स वर्शिप इज कि जो पीपल ट्री है वो 24 आवर जो है ऑक्सीजन रिलीज करता है. इवन इन डे एंड इवन इन नाइट इट रिलीजेज ऑक्सीजन. दैट्स द साइंटिफिक रीजन बिहाइंड द वर्शिप ऑफ पीपल ट्री. Trees such as Bale, Ashoka, Sandalwood, and coconut hold special significance in various religious rituals. So do Durga grass, Tulsi or Tulsia, the banyan, lotus, marigold, China rose, and the flowers of milkweed, जिसको हम कैलेट्रोपस भी बोलते हैं. Next is Manu Samiti. Is an early Sanskrit text, gives a distinct classification of plants and state that some of them can experience pleasure and pain and have awareness. Watering the plant is considered as greatly rewarded in the Dharma Shastra texts. Next, wildlife. Wild animals and even domesticated ones were also given pride of place and respect in the ancient traditions. Many Hindu god and goddesses have some particular animals or birds as their vehicles or वाहन. आप सभी ने देखा है हमारे जो god और goddess हैं, लगभग जितने भी god और goddess हैं सभी के पास अपना खुद का एक animal है as their vehicle और वाहन. For instance, the snakes associated with god Shiva and snake worship was conspicuous effort by our saints to preserve the animal, who otherwise initiates fear and precaution because of its perceived venomous nature. जो स्नेक था उसको किल किया जाता था, क्यों? बिकॉज इट इज़ पॉइजनस इन नेचर. सो उसको बचाने का, उसको वर्शिप करने का मेन रीज़न क्या था? ताकि उसको हम प्रिजर्व कर सकें, बचा सकें, सेव कर सकें. इन फैक्ट स्नैक्स आर मोस्ट इम्पोर्टेंट लिंक इन फूड चेन. हमारी जो फूड साइकिल है उसमें सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट पार्ट प्ले करते हैं स्नैक्स, एंड प्ले ए सिग्निफिकेंट रोल इन मेंटेनिंग इकोलॉजिकल बैलेंस. Manusmriti has references to direct and indirect instructions about the conservation of plants and animals. It gives specific punishment for harming trees or animals. Conservation teachings in Buddhism and Jainism. Jainism, the two most popular heterodox sects of ancient times, also advocated nature conservation. Mahavira gives the following preaching, that is Upadesh, to his followers about the environment in Acharanga Sutra. Nature, according to him, is to be protected in all ways. No waste, no overuse, no abuse, no polluting. ये थे हमारे कुछ महावीरा के कुछ पर्चिंग थी, या उन्होंने ऐसा बताया था कि जो एनवायरनमेंट है उसको हमें इस तरह प्रोटेक्ट करना चाहिए. बिश्नोइज एंड कंजर्वेशन, जो बिश्नोइज एक हमारी कम्युनिटी थी, उन्होंने कैसे कंजर्व किया था प्लांट्स को, ट्रीज़ को. ड्यूरिंग द मेडिवल पीरियड मैनी रिलीजियस सेक्ट्स बिकम पॉपुलर विच vehemently advocated conservation of natural environment. One such sect was the of Bisnohi, which became widely accepted in a climatically hostile zone of Rajasthan. The followers of sect advocated the banning of tree felling since they believed that trees are the basis of harmonious and prosperous environment. The love for trees was so greatly infused in the minds and souls of the Bisnoi that in केजराली विलेज ऑफ राजस्थान, जो केजराली विलेज था राजस्थान में, उस टाइम पे जो केजरी ट्रीज थे उनको प्रोटेक्ट किया था वहाँ के मैन और वीमेन ने. कैसे? बाय हगिंग दैम. The local ruler had ordered the cutting of Khejri trees to use them for his lime kilns as fuels. The Bisnois hugged them and many were killed in this episode. Later, a temple was built in honor of Bisnoi martyrs, जो main leader था. That is a woman called Amrita Devi Bisnoi. She led that whole campaign and many of them were killed. A temple was built in her honor. So here ends your chapter. Thank you for watching and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.